Right now there's not much to do apart from waiting on those shapes to arrive so we can unlock the storage and also increase the speed of belts, distributors and tunnels. I just don't want to dive straight into making those and those shapes, which do seem to be quite difficult to make. Instead, I might focus on creating some blueprints. Now, what are blueprints? Blueprints basically allow us to select a part of our already existing factory and copy all of this so it can be placed somewhere else. Now this obviously costs some material. It costs those shapes, those blue weird shapes with a white circle in the middle, and we're constantly producing some of those, about 2.5 a second, and right now we have 16,000 of those. Now, to use those blueprints efficiently, we might want to have an area in our factory focused only on, having those important parts of the factory there so we can copy it and place it somewhere else. So let's say that we would like to mix some colors. This is exactly what we would like to have. So what we should do is make a part of our factory blueprints only. So what we can do is simply go to our blueprints and select whatever we want and copy that somewhere else. What can we have here? First thing that comes to mind is painting. So this is basically an efficient four-way painter. Now what we could do is have the same thing but with the other painter. But otherwise it's the same thing. So there we go. We've created a few of those. Now what else do we need? Let's take a look at our existing factories and see what useful things we have. This is probably too specific. Perhaps all of this. So here we have simple painters with those stackers right here. Right, so let's take a look at this part of our factory. Here we are producing those watermelon pieces. So first, what we do here is we paint those shapes. So we need this part of the factory, which we have in our blueprints area. Here, those red circles are arriving, and we need this part, which we do have. It's simple painting, we have that already, and this is way too specific, so we don't need that. What else? This new factory, which we made last time. Painters, we can produce that. Other painters, we can do that. Those we can. Alright, mixing. Should we do color mixing? That seems too simple. Or perhaps we could use this. So we've got paint coming from the bottom and from the left. What if the paint's coming from the right? So we might want two of those. So let's copy that, travel to our blueprints area and put those right here. Now we could actually make this a little bit more efficient. Right, and now the same thing but mirrored. So let's copy that, place it right here, and simply redo this so the paint is coming from the right side. Right, so there we have it. That's done. So that's another blueprint for us. Then in this factory we have painting, got a blueprint for that. Another painting, got a blueprint for that. And this is quite interesting. So here we have some splitting before the actual stacking process. Basically 4 shapes going in and other 4 shapes going in, and they get stacked. I think that might be quite useful. So let's blueprint that. It's also quite expensive. We're gonna have stackers down here. Alright, so shapes from the right, shapes from the left, and the right ones get stacked on top of the left ones. Now this might be too complicated, so I am probably not going to edit this at all. Now, a little detour, I see we've unlocked an upgrade. Finally, we can upgrade the speed of belts and tunnels. So let's do just that. And for tier 5, we need this shape. That's a nightmare. I'm not going to... Oh, that should be simple. It's this shape, and white star just gets on top of that. Might be simple, but again, task for another time. Let's just pin this. The conveyor belts have sped up, so those, we could merge them possibly together. It's gonna get clogged up, but it doesn't really matter. As you see, it's clogging up, but we don't care. We don't need those shapes anymore anyway. Now, back to blueprints. What else do we need? This is quite interesting. So this is basically a process which takes a shape, cuts it in half, discards one half, and the other half gets rotated, and those get smushed together. So basically take every left side of a shape and put it on the right side of the shape. Now let's clean this up. Right, so I've created this little blueprint which takes a left side of shape and stacks it as the right side. How about the right side? What if we wanted to take the right side and rotate it and put it on the left? Right, so that should be it. And we can do a simple testing. So the left side is basically a circle. So let's just quickly test this. Circle, 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 circle. That's it. Working absolutely perfectly. And now the right side is this weird square star. So we should have square star on the left as well now. No, it's still circles. What the Okay, so we did that completely wrong. Oh, I'm an idiot. So that should be it. Let's take a look whether this works. And it works beautifully. So I think that might be it for today. We've got our little blueprint area, and we've got all the simplest blueprints that we could possibly use. So one last thing to do. We're producing those purple circles, and I don't think we're ever gonna need them again. But let's try to use our blueprints in this case. So we'll just remove all this, and we have color from the left and circles from the top. So let's put in some extractors and take a look at our blueprints. Now that's simple color in, shape in, and that's it. So that's color from the left, which is gonna be this one. And we simply need to rotate it like this. Place it down. So that's color from the left. And right now it's one painter working only because we don't have enough paint. So let's take a look at our blueprints. And we need paint mixing. The paint is coming from the top and from the left. From the top and from the left, that's gonna be this one. And there we have it. So it's quite a nice speed increase, and it took 0 effort because we literally had blueprints for all of this.